86 to a 79. Oh boy. Yes. I don't know how we are still with all the people I've had to let go, but I won't complain. This is my first time playing Cleveland, I think, since the old game.
I mean, they got a pretty good team.
That's what I've been hearing. I know they gave Brett a hard time, at least last year. I forget if they have this year or not.
Yeah, I think he lost 3 games.
Ooh, okay. Who's their quarterback?
Cody Kessler.
Okay. Crowell already has 62 confidence. I'll take that. Jimmy Graham is 3 catches away from his level 4 season goal of 70.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Browns coming in at 4-5, going up against the Seahawks who come in at 8-1.
Good luck.
Thank you. Oh, my turnover differential did you do?
We're standing by our Brandon Guyton and
just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now
I get the ball
really
first.
South if
Lovely.
they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback.
His percentage is down to 68?
In the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
Come on.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are
do so much work now
but
because of that
when they were
stupid
made.
force.
4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
And left side here, it's Graham. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now a first carry for Isaiah.
Oh, no.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Stephon Tua came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Wilson, and he finds Jimmy Graham.
Nice holding.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Holding. Defense.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
It's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
second down. Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when you're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go.
Thanks for putting the fumble stat up, really? I mean, I know it's 0, but I mean, I'm sure now it's gonna... God damn it.
No gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson, and able to find Graham, complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
On second down, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one. Right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes...
Oh, no, he made that. Seriously?
And that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
Wow.
And this has been an excellent drive to start the game off. Move the ball downfield well. Now they're set up at 1st and goal after that last really nice run. Exactly how a coach would draw things up. This is how you want to start a game, and that's all they've preached all week long about how they wanted to come out of the gate.
Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now Wilson on second down. End zone.
There we go.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Doug Baldwin. Wilson's 24th
his
this season.
Touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Thank you.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards. And
Frank Clark didn't get a single sack last week, too, instead of having 4.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move it.
Okay.
Sat there waiting for him and made the
Just
play.
got a pass interference call, great.
Said it was no longer the party.
So pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, I just saw you
Charles,
leave for a second. I thought it was because
The offenses know what
I
they're
don't know. I
doing.
didn't know
They
what
know
it
how to
was.
create great matchups. And defenders, if you're not there in time, they will throw the flag.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Kessler looks to throw on second down. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with the football to begin quarter number 2, but they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. Kessler going to try and throw on 3rd. Nowhere to go.
Pick
Here
it up.
He lost the football. And the
Get up,
Seahawks have
run.
picked him up.
Damn it.
And his guys are going to take over.
It was the worst way you could have
at
picked up that
39-yard
football,
line.
but I'll take it.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say,
No, I
"Geez,
think
what did he do?"
I think I had another one.
Let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff
That's
my
probably
cap
like
to
my
him.
second or third.
Congratulations. Big time play. Knocking it free and creating
Another
something
thing we
good
did a
for
lot
your
last
team.
week, but didn't do last week.
He's in a really, really good
The Browns defense getting ready. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
7-zip.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Wow, what a catch. And Doug Baldwin's hurt.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured.
And he's holding his ribs.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
That's not good.
Hopefully just like when knocked out and not, you know, abdominal tear or something.
Yeah.
Looks like the defense in press coverage
Injured
here.
Doug Baldwin. Replacement, Tyler Lockett. Great.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Might be a better idea to swap him.
Pick up 5 yards, bring
And,
up second
well,
and
actually, no,
5.
Richardson
The
can pick up the
defensive
slot.
line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Bruce Cernum. Okay, so he's out for the game, but he'll be back
If he has
next week.
just a little bit of time to survey
I can live
the
with that.
scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
He's not wrong.
They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that way. I would have had a really difficult.
And he's across
Hey.
the chalk into the end
There you
zone.
go.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Isaiah Crowell.
His third touchdown now on the year.
20th.
And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Second maybe?
Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around.
I think he had one a couple
That
weeks
was well
ago.
executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run.
That
End
is his
result,
20th career
6
touchdown.
points.
Touchdown. Here's Hauschka for the extra point.
And another drive there. Oh no. Oh no,
And this
I
is
shouldn't
no
kick.
good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13.
What are you doing, Hauschka? You're in line for best kicker.
Hauschka
No.
now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Oh, you're gonna regret that. There
And
you
the
go.
decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Kessler on second down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. That time they were looking for the former Auburn Tiger, Ricardo Lewis. Third down here. We've got a 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Wow.
So on 4th down, on comes the
On the
left-footed
first drive,
punter,
I was a
Kevin
little
Huber, to punt it
concerned.
away. Back
But
deep for the Seahawks, the
now
all-pro
I'm not.
returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 12
Jesus
yards
Christ,
on the
that was a
return
terrible
that
punt,
time.
too.
And the Seahawks will have great field position to start
Get
this
up.
drive. They take over
Thank you.
on the short side of the field. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just
Oh,
go
my
back
God.
last time on offense. They rolled down.
He's got the
50, took good
touchdown,
rhythm.
but
You can see a
Crowell
little
has been
bounce in
shut
and out of the
down.
huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
On second down, here's Crowell. And down
there we
inside
go.
the 15 he goes.
He's a decent man.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you
Aren't
blink.
quickness
If you
and
give him
speed
any
the
type of
same
blocking.
thing?
Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
Oh, come on, Graham.
The intended receiver.
You couldn't hold on to that?
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone,
clutch.
A big-time drop.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Kessler again here on 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he got blocked. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here
Another
on defense.
3 and out.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Kevin Huber now.
Put a drive
standing
together
right
here
on his
before
own
the
5-yard line.
half.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
His throw incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there, able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Holding offense.
Really? Really?
Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? the guy who just committed
Offensive
the foul. You want
holding.
to see if he's going to keep his
Not
head
just
down,
out of field
or
goal
if he's
range.
going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And a
He
pick.
fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael.
Wonderful.
That was a really nice interception.
Wonderful.
I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
After the interception, here's Kessler. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Kessler throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's third down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Are you kidding? Thank you.
Complete with a clock showing
Jesus.
18 seconds now to go.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw...
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. I don't think this will even
Oh,
go.
wow,
It
he
doesn't
missed.
even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it.
He's gonna play off.
So we reach
15 for
halftime.
20,
It's been a
touch and
fairly
a pick. I
one-sided
guess that's
game
all
so
right.
far. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Browns will be eager to make some adjustments and figure out a way to make it work in the second half. The Seahawks just need to do more of the same as they're continuing to play well after last week's win. All right, let's roll the highlights. Head to late in the first. The quick pass, it's complete, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown.
Going back to that cornerback getting hurt, he had just come back, I think, the week before.
We're going to get a fumble here. He takes off and ends up picking up 20 yards on the run. Offense out now after the fumble. They'll go to the ground here. He'll go for the score. Lead now goes to 13. Third down from the 46. Jimmy Graham from the U. The catch coming across the middle, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 12. There would later be a pick to end the drive. And with that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and head back out now to First Energy Stadium for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kessler, and that is incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense.
Wow,
They've made it so
wow.
difficult to find
This team
open
has nothing.
receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating.
Yeah.
Receivers in
They
one
just-
area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone
At least they got a
defenses,
punt off this
and make
time.
it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of
Ty
the second
Julius
half.
Thomas's
They were able to get the
2014
ball back here, didn't
touchdown
surrender
record.
any points.
Okay.
Now they'll look to add to that lead.
I mean, I had that done
Boost
last
the
week,
defense
but
gave
okay.
them. Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here's a give to Crowell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 15 more, and it's another 1st down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position.
Oh, that's right.
along the
Michael
defensive
Bennett's on
front
this team.
allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. They'll lock it
Good
with the
job.
over the middle. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
And he will score.
Touchdown, Jimmy Graham.
Seattle. Jimmy
The
Graham.
record has been tied.
Touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just
for
about
fuck's
the 25.
sake.
Call it the 24-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Oh, never mind. No, I thought I was gonna get a face mask, but they blocked in the back.
They'll come out in the pistol. Johnson on the counter.
Oh, that was so bad. Oh, and I broke him. I broke the running back.
And after getting tackled, he's still down
Yep.
and looking very slow to get up. While the
Frank
training staff
Clark
takes a peek,
threw
we'll
him to
take
the
a break.
ground and probably shattered his wrist or something from what he was doing. Jesus Christ. It was a loss of 8. Or 6, actually. My bad.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, here's Kessler. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 10 yards to go on 3rd. They fake the handoff. Now Kessler. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here.
Oh,
They've got
no.
his man complete.
Are you kidding me?
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
He beat Sherman.
Laquan Treadwell, 85 yards. And
Yeah.
the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And they're going for
Correct me
2.
if I'm wrong,
Okay.
That was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route.
Oh, my God.
Look out. That was the
They got the
9,
2
and he
points.
just
That's
kept going
great.
all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a
23
2-score
to 8.
game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
Vernon
And that
Davis's
recipe on their last drive that
2013
resulted in a
touchdown
touchdown
record. Okay.
looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now Wilson on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing is Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham.
Wow.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
The play clock's running down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that
Field
play.
goal.
Maybe you try and run
26 to 8.
a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Yeah, he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
False start, offense.
So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. Shotgun snap, Kessler surveying the field to the sideline, and that is a heck of a
What are you
catch as he
doing,
was able to
Sherman?
get
Really?
both feet in.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't a touchdown, but like,
Catching it, decided to make sure he toe tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have.
Oh, I broke another one.
Your feet down. But yeah,
I think it's a tight end.
Back to the football. I like it. Good vision.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
This is unlike me. I don't usually take out players like this.
And be right back.
I mean, it looks okay. He's having a Gatorade. DeAndre Hicks.
A first down throw for Kessler. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
There we go.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back
Sherman
at the
pulled his weight that
47.
time.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing his
Oh, my God.
Rivera's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 4 rushing yards in this whole game. 3 of them just came on the last play.
Now Kessler throwing on second down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Oh my God.
And he'll take it into the
Another
end zone
touchdown.
for a Browns touchdown. Ricardo Lewis, his third touchdown now on the year.
Ricardo
And
Lewis.
the Browns get a score closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
26 to 15.
After the
4:32
touchdown,
left.
out is Prater to kick. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position. And with the deficit here, they gave up the field goal last time, but with this deficit, Charles, how important is a stop on this drive?
Extremely. And you know that they heard it on the sideline. You know they heard it going out onto the field, and they're telling it to each other. No more points given up. We've got a chance to still get into this game.
As a defensive guy, you kind of like that challenge? You don't want to be down, but do you like that challenge?
You don't want to be in that position, and you wish you had taken the challenge a little bit earlier, but now, this is it. It has to happen at this point.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Barkevius Mingo, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone.
Oh.
Maybe the turning point they
Another
need.
pick.
A great read and it's
That's a
picked
good one.
off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, here's Kessler. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Again, it's Crowell. And he'll put... And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 3rd down and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. From the gun on third down, Kessler. He's got time in the pocket. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Wilson wants to throw it. And left side here, it's Graham. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing play. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Second and 10 now, Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again here, Wilson. That's caught at the 3. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Vanette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee. And they'll start at the 25. And the Seahawks defense heads back out there now. They did their job coming into the hostile environment, doing what needed to be done to get the W.
And that has to feel great because all during the week, that's one of the goals that they talked about. Going on the road, making that stadium their own, establishing themselves in the game. Give them credit. They got all those things done.
Yeah, both sides of the football did their job in this one. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. So 2nd and 10 here.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They fake the handoff. Now Kessler. And hauled in here by Rivera. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Tight is right.
Watch it now, Marty. Blue 90. Hot blue 90.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 50.
Again, it's Kessler. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. And this looks to probably be the final play. One receiver left, 3 to the right. One last shot for Kessler. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.